he quit on a Tuesday afternoon. Not dramatically, not with a speech. He simply walked off the pitch mid-training, picked up his bag, and went home. After 6 years of football, he quit. Everyone thought he had lost his mind. He was the best player on the team. The scouts were coming in 3 weeks. 18 months later, he was back, and nothing about him was the same. Sometimes quitting is not the end of the story. Sometimes it is the most important chapter. He did not quit because he stopped loving football. He quit because he had stopped feeling it. For 2 years, he had been playing under a pressure so heavy that the game had stopped being the game. Every touch was measured. Every mistake was analyzed. Every training session was a performance for invisible judges. He had started playing when he was 11 because it made him feel free. Running with the ball felt like flying. Now running with the ball felt like running through concrete. Nobody told him it was okay to say the fire had gone out. Everyone told him to perform like the fire was still burning. And performing a fire you do not feel is the loneliest thing in the world. Burnout is not weakness. It is the signal your body sends when it has been ignored for too long. The morning he quit, Daniel woke up and for the first time in 2 years felt something clearly. If he kept going like this, he would come to hate the only thing he had ever truly loved. And he could not let that happen. Baba, I am not quitting football. I am quitting what football has become for me right now. I need to find the game again before the game finds me. Does that make sense? How long do you need? I do not know, but I will know when I have it. His father nodded. That single nod cost him more courage than most people know. Knowing when to stop is not weakness. It is the most sophisticated form of self-knowledge there is. He did not stay away from football. He stayed away from the version of football that had broken him. He went back to where it had started. He played in the street with children half his age. He played in the park on Sunday mornings with old men who had been playing together for 20 years and cared nothing for scouts or statistics. He played alone on empty pitches at dusk, just feeling the ball at his feet. And slowly, week by week, he felt it coming back. Not the performance, not the pressure, the love, the original thing. The reason he had run toward a ball when he was 6 years old and never stopped wanting to run toward it. He also did something he had never had time to do. He studied the game. He learned that performing under pressure is a skill you can build. And he had been trying to perform without ever having built it. Sometimes you have to stop doing something to understand how to do it properly. 8 months after walking off that pitch, Daniel knocked on his coach's door. I owe you an explanation and an apology for how I left. And I want to come back. Not for the scouts, not for anyone watching. I want to come back because I love this game. And I am ready to play it properly now. I understand things about myself that I did not understand before. And I think I could be better than I was. Much better. You know the scouts already came. That window is gone. I know. I am not here for that window. I am here because I want to play football for the right reasons. And I think if we do this right, the windows will come again. Training starts Monday, 6 a.m. Do not be late. The right reasons always outlast the wrong ones. Play for the right reasons, and the opportunities will find you. 10 months after walking back through that door, Daniel played the best football of his life. Not just better than before he quit, better than most people watching had ever seen from a player his age. The technical ability had always been there. What was different now was everything around it. His decision-making, his composure under pressure, the way he could be in a high-stakes moment and feel the game instead of fighting it. I have been watching you for 4 months. I want to talk about a trial. Are you interested? Yes, I am interested. You know when you walked off that pitch, I thought you were making the worst decision of your life. I know. I was wrong. The player who quits to find the game again is rarer and more valuable than the player who never questions why they play. I want to talk about quitting because nobody talks about it honestly. There is a difference between quitting because something is hard and quitting because something is wrong. One is weakness, the other is wisdom. And the bravest thing you can sometimes do is know the difference. I did not quit football. I quit burnout. I quit performing a love I can no longer feel. I quit the version of the game that was destroying the thing, that made the game worth playing. If you are pushing through something right now, and every part of you is screaming that something is wrong, not hard, but wrong, I want you to hear this. Stopping to ask why is not giving up. It might be the most important thing you ever do. For the dream you are chasing. I kept the boots I dropped the day I quit, not as a reminder of failure, as a reminder that the best decision I ever made looked from the outside like the worst. Quit the wrong version. Come back to the right one. That is not giving up. That is growing up. Has there been a moment in your life when quitting was actually the right move? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear it. Share this with someone who is exhausted right now, someone who is pushing through something that no longer feels right. Let them know it is okay to stop, to breathe, to come back stronger. Subscribe to Rise Tales for a new story every week, because the comeback is always more powerful than the setback. Always. This is Rise Tales, real lessons, animated lives. And your story? It starts right now.